Gaius Marius, a name that would be etched in the history books of Rome, but his story, it didn't start in the grand palaces of Rome. No, Marius was born in 157 BC in Arpinum, a small town far away from the hustle and bustle of the big city. His family? They were ordinary folk farmers, simple people. They weren't rich or powerful, but young Marius, he had something special. He was tough, determined, and a natural when it came to fighting. He learned to use a sword, planned battles like a game of chess, and everyone knew him for his bravery. Now, in those days, the Roman army was a way for men with ambition to climb the ladder. So Marius signed up, and boy, did he climb that ladder fast. He was smart, brave, and a brilliant leader. His moment of glory arrived during a big battle, the siege of Numantia in Hispania. He was fighting under a famous general, Scipio Aemilianus. Marius was so good in battle that everyone, even the bigwigs, started to remember his name. After his adventures in Hispania, Marius returned to Rome a hero. Everyone had heard tales of his bravery, but Rome, it wasn't just about being good in a fight, it was a game of politics, of who you knew and who you could influence. Marius, clever as he was, knew this. He set his sights on becoming a leader in Rome. His chance came knocking during a war with a troublesome king named Jugurtha. See, Jugurtha ruled Numidia, and he'd been a real pain in the backside for Rome for ages. So in 107 BC, Marius, now a powerful leader in Rome, decided enough was enough. He went after Jugurtha himself, and guess what? He captured the sneaky king in 105 BC. This victory made Marius the most famous man in Rome, a true hero. Now, this war with Jugurtha, it showed everyone that the Roman army, well, it wasn't as strong as it used to be. Marius knew this, and he decided to do something about it. He changed the army completely, and those changes, they changed Roman warfare forever. He said, "It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, anyone can join my army." This meant even ordinary people could become soldiers. Marius made sure everyone had the same training and the same weapons. No more messy fighting. He wanted his army to be organized and deadly. He even changed how the army was structured, making it more adaptable and ready for anything. And with that, the Roman army became a well-oiled fighting machine. Just as Marius finished fixing the army, a new danger appeared. Imagine this. From the north came these fierce tribes, the Cimbri and Teutones. They were like a storm moving south, pushed by bad weather and other tribes. They were so many, and they fought like wild animals. The Romans were terrified. The Cimbri and Teutones smashed through Gaul and even into Italy. They defeated Roman army after Roman army. Panic spread through Rome like wildfire. Everyone was afraid, but not Marius. He was elected leader again and again, 5 times in a row. He marched his new army north to face these barbarians, and face them he did. At Aquae Sextiae in 102 BC, Marius absolutely destroyed the Teutones. The next year he did the same to the Cimbri at Vercellae. Marius was now a legend, the greatest general Rome had ever seen. But all this success, it came with a price. You see, Marius being a leader so many times, it upset some people. They thought it wasn't right. And then there was this politician, Lucius Apuleius Saturninus, who was good friends with Marius. Saturninus wanted to change things for the common people, but he was also a bit of a loose cannon. When Saturninus caused a big scandal by killing another politician, the leaders in Rome asked Marius to sort things out. Marius, even though he was friends with Saturninus, knew he had to do what was right for Rome. He stopped Saturninus, but it made him enemies. And it was during this time that a new rival appeared, Lucius Cornelius Sulla. Marius and Sulla, their rivalry would change Rome forever. It all started during a war with Rome's own allies, the Social War. Both Marius and Sulla fought in this war, but Sulla, he was the star this time. Then, in 88 BC, a powerful king named Mithridates VI declared war on Rome. The Roman leaders chose Sulla to lead the army against Mithridates, but Marius, using his influence, took the command for himself. Sulla was furious. He marched his army on Rome, something that had never happened before. Marius ran away, but he came back in 87 BC with a new army and took control of Rome. He punished those who had wronged him, but he was ruthless. Marius became leader for the seventh time, but it didn't last. He died in 86 BC, just a few days later. Marius, the hero who saved Rome, was also the one who brought it to the brink of destruction. He was a brilliant general, but a flawed man. His story is a reminder that even the greatest heroes have their flaws. Like and subscribe him, got Vistry Warfare for more stories.